Hi, welcome to episode 4 of the IBS talk. I hope you enjoyed watching Jessica in episode 3 and learning a lot about the remedies, and that you start applying them because yes, they're gonna make a difference. Breathing makes a difference. Yes, we are breathing because we have to live, but how are we breathing affects the quality of our life. Remember that always. And today we are going to talk about what doctors might not be telling you. So don't get me wrong, definitely doctors know a lot, but doctors do not have the time to sit with you and tell you, okay, let me tell you everything and all the tips you need to know and explain to you stuff. So I hope that this list that I have today on here, this is the checklist, a few things that you need to know, is really gonna make a difference in your life. Okay, so starting with the first point is, and I'm 100% sure that you have asked yourself this: why sometimes do I get bloated and sometimes I don't? Sometimes the same thing will bloat me or not, irritate me or not. Okay, so our body is a bit complex. It's not just all about what we eat. It's a baggage of so many things. So if you're a woman, you have to consider at which phase of your cycle you're in. If you are during ovulation, sometimes you are period and you're sensitive. If you are at the luteal phase right before menstruating, then you are PMSing and you're really sensitive. And even the tiny thing might irritate you. So timing is as well so important. Now, men and women, during the day, let's say you pick, if you had to pick when to have this kind of little indulgence, then I would say before 2 or 3 p.m. Some people might disagree, but I really found that having something that is a bit heavy in the morning is much helpful, because your body is still awakened, fresh after 8-10 hours, 12 hours of fasting, deep rest and sleep, and is really strong and able to digest. But when you are having something late at night, already you had a lot in breakfast and lunch, so it's really gonna help. Always think of the accumulation theory. When you want to have that indulgence, make sure that you don't have a lot of things accumulated, a lot of food has been accumulated. Similarly, if you want to have your indulgence during the week, not during the day, you need to think, okay, this is Friday and I'm gonna have it. How was I feeling in the past days? Maybe you had some other indulgence on Monday and Tuesday, and Wednesday you went out and you had, I don't know, a lot of alcohol and you felt bad. So Friday is really gonna be like the threshold of your tolerance. So try as well, when you have this indulgence, to think of the past days, of the past meals you had, and at which phase in your life you're in. Not only cycle, menstruation cycle, but phase of your life. Meaning, and I'm gonna give you an example. So a personal story here. Sometimes I have passed through some stressful period, and we all do, and during that time I was not able to digest dairy at all, and not even gluten, and the tiny breadcrumb would make me feel irritated. It's because I was already irritated. Stress is the enemy, honestly. Let's park sugar and dairy on the side and talk about stress on its own. Stress is gonna kill your cells, is gonna slow down regeneration of your cells and everything. So you really have to avoid stress in your life. When you are stressed, the sympathetic nervous system is on, which means fight and flight, and all your body's attention is just flying in danger, and your body's least and last worry is to digest food. You're on a fight and flight mode. So when you're stressed, your body doesn't care about digesting, and that's why you feel you're not able to digest. It's only when you switch to parasympathetic nervous system by breathing, by telling your body, I'm good, I'm safe, stop doing things quickly, and always worrying and thinking, that your body is in a rest and digest mode. Okay, and when you're in a rest and digest mode, your stress hormones drop, your digestion and metabolism hormones will be up, and your metabolism will be faster. So this is the first thing that the doctor might not come and ask you about, but you really have to ask about the timing in your life. And I don't want to complicate things and make you feel that everything should be systematic and every bite should be calculated. Definitely not. But just for you to understand why you're feeling this way when you're having this bite, why sometimes it feels as if it's nothing and you digest it and sometimes not, because definitely there is a cause for that. Second point is probiotics. Definitely the doctor has prescribed probiotics for you, but did you know that as well you can get them from natural food? So a lot of food has a bunch of probiotics. So think of yogurt, kefir, even hard-aged cheeses. We're talking about Parmesan, Swiss cheese, Padano, feta. All of these, they have probiotics, but definitely don't have them at the beginning of your healing phase because you have to omit dairy. But later on, you have to, if you can, have them, and especially if they're organic and sheep and goat and don't have a lot of hormones in them. But it's good to have them to flourish your gut flora and have good bacteria, probiotics, which will really help you have a good and fast metabolism, because good bacteria means faster metabolism. Bad bacteria means absorbing a lot of the calories in your food, and then you are going to be gaining weight. And that's why probiotics will help you as well lose weight. And good gut, the queen of all, will help you as well lose weight, because the gut is not mad. Even probiotics are found in fermented foods such as kimchi, which is a type of pickled cabbage, Asian food, tempeh, another Asian food, tofu, and pickles, and of course sourdough bread. Sourdough bread is better than any kind of bread because the yeast is not the store-bought yeast. It's the fermentation happens slowly and it's really good for you. Okay, so we talked about probiotics. Now it's time to talk about the truth regarding sugar and fat. Fat is good for you, sugar is not good for you. When we talk about fat, definitely the good fat. So omega-3 fats in fish, mackerel, sardine, salmon, in chia seeds, flax seeds, almonds, Brazilian nuts, avocado oil, olive oil, and avocados. They have amazing omega-3, and omega-3 will help repair your gut lining and help you regenerate your gut and have a new healthy gut. So definitely you need good fat. Sugar is not going to be good for you even if it's natural sugar, because excess sugar is going to cause fermentation. Your bad bacteria love sugar, and it's going to feed on sugar and then ferment and cause gas. So try to avoid sugar. If you want to have fruits, then berries and bananas are good for IBS. Little tips that are not a lot about medicine and probiotics and fat, but things that I have realized on myself. Never leave yourself hungry, because you're gonna experience air hunger. So going 5-6 hours without eating is gonna leave you really bad. But fasting is different, because fasting you really didn't put anything for a long time, and when you break your fast, definitely have something small, and then you would feel hungry and you have something big. But if you had breakfast and then you stayed 7-8 hours without anything and you feel you are getting bloated, this is because you're experiencing air hunger. Another tip is never eat with a high waist pants, high waist skirt on, because you're gonna feel really squeezed and you're not gonna be able to digest food. Result is as well abdominal pain. Chewing food. Everyone knows, yes, definitely we need to chew, we need to eat slowly, but you really have to understand why. Is because digestion starts here. Digestion of the carbohydrates starts here, okay? Protein are being digested in the stomach because there is gastric acid, but carbs, no. Digestion starts here. So you have to chew. The more you chew, the more you have saliva, and the secretion of saliva is gonna as well stimulate your gut here as well to get ready to digest, because everything is connected. And of course you have to chew and cut them into small chunks, because then you are giving your body a break and you are helping your body, because you are a machine. Your mouth is a machine, and you start breaking the food here, and you don't have to wait until they get to your stomach, big chunks, and then your body will start to cut them. So start cutting the food into small chunks here. Regular activity, sport, workout. Yes, we have talked about this. You have to walk. You have to always to have a warmed belly. Do some squats and push-ups. Pick an activity you can stick to in case you are really lazy or you can't or don't find time to move. Don't forget to do the breathing exercises. 10 full breath in the morning and 10 at night. Belly in, belly out is really important to activate your rest and digest system and to connect to your gut and keep those digestive fluids moving. And whenever you do any workout, try always to engage your core, because the core is really important to fire up your digestion. This was it. Honestly, the last tip is gonna be a tip on its own, which is really funny. It's going easy on peanut butter. We all love peanut butter, but remember, peanut comes from soy, and soy can be irritating for IBS. That was a tip on its own, believe it or not, but I left it till the end because the first tips are much important. So remember, stress is your enemy. Always think of the best timing when to have food. Probiotics are important and found in different kinds of food. Sugar causes fermentation and bloating, but fat is really helpful for building a good gut. And of course, try not to experience air hunger, not to eat with high waist or high pants on, chewing your food, and always engaging in a regular activity. What doctors might not be telling you, this was the end of episode number 4. The last episode is to answer all your questions. So any question you have, please send them to me. I'm waiting for all of them. You can send them by email, kissthespoon@gmail.com, kissthespoon with a triple O, or just DM me on my Instagram. I'm waiting for all your questions. Once I gather them all, we're gonna launch the last episode to answer all your questions. And I hope I have helped every single person who is suffering. We are always here. We're a community of people who are going to help each others. So see you next time. Bye bye.